Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at my Chrysler 300 SRT8 after 78,000 miles. So I just want to touch on the exterior quick. This is a monster of a vehicle. It's a monster looking vehicle as well. Of course, the impact areas here are, held up pretty well. The paint speaks for itself. This is actually a high quality paint and clear coat from Chrysler back in the days when it was Daimler Chrysler. And if you take care of these types of vehicles, they're going to take care of you. Of course, here we've got the SRT8 logo, which is pretty badass. This vehicle in general is just a simply badass looking vehicle. It just embodies what American power used to be and what it is today. It really just has an awesome look to it. And honestly, guys, when I bought the vehicle, I did have to do a paint correction on it to get some of the shine back and some of the swirl marks out of it. But man, to be honest with you, the previous owner garaged it, and the previous owner before him garaged it, and now, of course, I have it in a climate controlled garage here too. And if you take care of the vehicle is going to take care of you. So again, not much to write home about here on the exterior. I mean, there are some chips and some deformities here in the bumper, but for the most part, the grille and the bumper surrounds and everything like that have held up, I would say, extremely well for it being an 07. Now, yes, there are some rock chips where I've had to put some touch-up paint on, but if we're overall, if we're looking at the hood overall, it's stood up to the test of time quite well, I would say, in my opinion. So enough about the exterior. Let's go in to the interior here and take it out for a spin and see why you would want to buy one of these vehicles. All right, so we're actually driving the 300 now, and as you can vaguely hear, this is the reason why you buy the 300 SRT8 from this generation. It's the 6.1 naturally aspirated Hemi V8 with bone stock 425 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, which I have a slight tune on mine and an intake, so add whatever you want to that, so it makes a little bit over stock. I do not have an exhaust on this, which I actually bought an SLP Loudmouth 2 exhaust, and it's just sitting in the shop. I just haven't had time yet to put it on, so that will be joining this car here very soon. But other than that, you get a nice driving experience for being a 2007. I haven't really had any issues with anything breaking in here. I know there's a fuse out or something for some lights down below here, like where the heated seat light is and everything like that. Otherwise, this vehicle is in really great condition after 78,000 miles. I mean, I would have to say that, as we know, the build quality from Chrysler and there we go, just broke them loose. The build quality from Chrysler in the mid-2000s wasn't great, but if you got their top trims of vehicles, you're going to be dealing with better build quality. So this 300 SRT, the Magnum SRT, the Charger, Challenger SRT, actually a decent build quality and decent materials in it. I mean, at least the dash isn't like pure plastic, hard plastic. There's a little bit of soft touch there. Now as we accelerate, one thing I do have to say, and what really hinders the performance of this vehicle, is the fact that this comes with a basically a 2004 AMG transmission, a 5-speed Mercedes-Benz transmission, and it really isn't the most likable transmission. It's slower to downshift. In manual mode it's okay, but it still doesn't react super fast. You're only dealing with 5 speeds. I think if you truly want a car like this, you should almost try to get an 8-speed car, but then you're stepping up almost double the money of what one of these costs. this engine and have no problems with the transmission. Holds up to power really well. You can do burnouts in this thing, and the transmission is great. It's a tried and true transmission that was used for a long time, honestly, and in a lot of high performance engine options such as this SRT or a lot of AMG models. So again, if you're looking for reliable, yes, this transmission is it. If you're looking for responsive and fun, not the greatest, but you still get a fun driving experience with the car. I mean, for the money, again, I think 2.5 years ago when I bought this, I paid like $18,250 for it. It had 72,000 miles on it. So again, I don't drive this vehicle too much, but it was in the condition as it was in right now. And honestly, for that type of money, this is a kick-ass performance bargain, I think, in my opinion. 425 horsepower stock out of a naturally aspirated V8, and you get torque down low that really just throws you back. And it's great. It's just got a really good look to it too, and that's what drew me to the 300s when I was a kid back in 05 when these came out in SRT trim. It just had such a muscular look and such a high performance look to it, and then you pair the Hemi name with it, and it really made it my dream car when I was a kid. And then of course I was able to buy one, which is even that much better. But for me, this car does something for me, and it kind of reminds me of my childhood, right? And sorry, I'm dealing with bad drivers in front of me, but it reminds me of my childhood, essentially a time when stress wasn't a thing, and that's kind of when I get into this car. What it reminds me of was my childhood years where stress isn't a thing, which is awesome. And for me, that gives me a little bit of sentimental value in driving the vehicle. And if we're talking about overall driving dynamics here, I have to say, because this vehicle almost has a 50-50 weight distribution, it rides really well, and its steering is very precise. I have to say, these earlier AMG or SRT models had very precise steering, even more so than my 09 Challenger does. It's a little stiffer sprung, so the body float and the body movement is dialed back, and I do appreciate that a lot. It's just an overall a great car. You can Grand Tour in this car like nobody's business, and you're never ever short on power, ever. This thing is phenomenal. As we take a corner up here, really a high-speed sweeper, you can really gain speed fast in this, and it does not feel like you are going that fast. You can go 80 to 90 in here no problem, and because the car is so big, it doesn't feel like you're going that fast. Now, I think personally driving this 300, it masks the weight really, really well. In today, back in 07, this was a 4,200 pound Goliath of a vehicle. Now today, you have 4,200 pounds. You've got Cadillac CT5V Blackwings that weigh that much. You've got Corvettes that almost weigh that much. You've got BMW M5s that weigh 1,500 to 1,700 pounds more than that. You've got just a plethora of performance C63s that weigh as much as this. A plethora of performance vehicles now that weigh way too much, in my opinion. And now this is almost a lightweight in its class. It truly is. It's almost a lightweight in its class. So I think it drives very well. It's very well put together. And I had a comment on an older video about this front suspension issues. I haven't had any issues with the suspension yet. You know, this is going on, what, 18 years old. Granted, it's only got 77,000 miles, but I haven't dealt with anything like that, which is great. Otherwise, everything is held up very, very well, in my opinion. The seats look great. I think these first-gen SRT seats are way better than the newer-gen SRT seats, which I have in my Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. They hold you in place better. Side bolstering is better. The lumbar is better. Everything about these seats is just stiff enough where it's like jarring you around, but it's just stiff enough to where you know you have body control and you can let it play a little bit. You can let it slide, which is sweet. And the steering, I have to say, is very, very, very direct, especially for its time. And it's old-fashioned hydraulic steering, which is just that much better than electric power steering. So it really is a direct drive and makes it very fun to drive and be in and ride in, honestly. I just can't wait to get that exhaust on here, so it's just that much louder to give it that much more character. But nonetheless, I still enjoy driving it. I enjoy being in it. I've never had people sit in the back seat because that's not what this car, that's not why I bought it, but I have sat in the back seat before just detailing the vehicle or whatnot, and this thing is huge. There's just so much room in the back seat. You could fit a family of 5 in here, no problem whatsoever. Otherwise, not too much for rattles. I think the only rattles that you're hearing in here right now are just some of my stuff on the passenger side kind of rattling around. Otherwise, wind noise is down to a minimal, what you would expect out of a 300. And also, you know, all the touch points have held up well, I would say, too. NVH is really nice in here. It's nice that you actually have physical buttons, which I know everybody's going away from, but I like physical buttons, especially when it comes to vehicles. You can see what's going on, and it is really nice. Now, one thing I do have to say, if you're looking for a 300, you probably want to get an 09, I believe, or an 08 or above. This Chrysler MyGig system is, I can listen to Sirius XM, but if you're going to use this as your daily driver, you probably want to get a different head unit in here because this is very old, and it still has navigation, but nonetheless, it's pretty old, to say the least. Not the most ideal of systems by any means, but the kicker sound system in here, it kicks, it bumps, it's really good. It's one of my favorite sound systems that Stellantis has used through the years. My favorite having to be the Alpine sound system, which isn't honestly the highest trim sound system, but I have to say I do enjoy the kicker sound system almost as much. It has really good bass, really good clarity. The only thing I could say is that the surround system could be a little bit better in here. It seems a little bit front heavy compared to back or mid heavy, but nonetheless, this car is just freaking kick-ass, and I love roasting the tires on it. I love going fast in it. It's just such a good and stable ride. Those of you who know what this car is, they know. And it's not flashy, it's not in your face. I have one flashing in your face car, well, 2 really, and I prefer driving this car more because not everybody knows what this car is. And I think once I put an exhaust on it, they're going to know a little bit more of what this is, but not everybody knows what it is, which makes it nice for me. I'm not trying to showboat around, and this car basically from Stellantis takes it to another level in terms of sleeper performance sedans. It's the ultimate sleeper car. It truly is. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching, and if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next Mopar video. Take care.